న్యూస్. తాజ్మహల్ సందర్శన అనంతరం ఫేస్బుక్ వ్యవస్థాపకుడు జుకర్బర్గ్ ఢిల్లీ ఐఐటీని సందర్శించారు. టౌన్ హాల్ ప్రశ్నోత్తరాల కార్యక్రమం జరుగుతోంది. విద్యార్థులు అడిగే ప్రశ్నలకు సమాధానం చెప్తున్నారు జుకర్బర్గ్. ఇప్పుడు లైవ్ చూద్దాం.
On just making it so that our apps and others use less data. Right, so if you go back about a couple of years, the Facebook app now uses, I think it's about 1/10 of the amount of data as it used to. So that means that not only does it cost you 1/10 as much because you don't have to pay for that data, but it's also faster and more reliable because there's less to transfer over the wire. So that's a big deal. And then the third issue of awareness, what we've done is we've tried to introduce this program, Free Basics. And what that does is it makes it so that people can have access to some not the richest kind of media, not streaming videos or big app downloads, the stuff that kind of consumes a lot of bandwidth, but the basic utilities. So stuff like education information or health information or job listings or Wikipedia or basic communication tools or basic news. And what we found is that ends up being very useful. People use those things, they get on the internet, and then within about a month, about half of the people who have tried out Free Basics now realize why the internet is so great and why they want to use it, and then they become full paying customers of the full internet. So the goal of Free Basics is not just to provide free basic services to everyone, but it's also to give people this on-ramp so that way they can start experiencing that and then eventually and relatively quickly start paying for the overall internet. So that's the game plan. We're going to work on all three: availability, affordability, and awareness. It's already working around the world. 15 million people now have access to the internet who wouldn't have otherwise. And we're still early, so it's growing, and we expect a lot more to come soon.
So this is a question which lots and lots of people want answers to. It's one of the top voted questions on the thread. And I think it's a serious one, deserving a serious answer.
All right.
And this is, I seriously don't want to get any more invitations on Candy Crush. How can I stop getting it?
There you go. All right. See, so this is where these town hall Q&As are really useful. Because I actually saw this question, that it was the top voted question on my thread. So I sent a message to the person who runs the team in charge of our developer platform. And I said, by the time that I do this town hall Q&A, I think it would be good if we had a solution to this problem. So we do. So she emailed me later that night and was like, all right, look, there are some tools that are kind of outdated that allow people to send invitations to people who have never used a game and have gotten a lot of invitations in the past. But don't play games on Facebook, and we hadn't prioritized shutting that down because we just had other priorities. But if this is the top thing that people care about, then we'll prioritize that and we'll do it. So we're doing it.
Okay, audience question. Who wants to ask a question? Okay, I'll come there in a bit. What's your name?
My name is Shashwat. Yeah. Hi Mark, I am Shashwat, and I lead the technology team at holidify.com. So my question was related to the technology that you guys are working on, the Oculus Rift. So I wanted to know that how guys you have decided to are you guys planning to incorporate that somehow to the social media? And the second part of my question is, how can as a developer will be able to get more of that information, and how can we use that technology into our stuffs and we can work on that?
Absolutely. So for your second question first, we have dev kits for Oculus. You can already get them. It's a few $100s, and we're shipping them all around the world. We've shipped more than, I think it's more than 100,000 or almost 200,000 dev kits. So you can get your hands on one. You can start building for Oculus. It's an awesome experience, and I encourage you to do that if you're interested. In terms of how this fits into the overall vision, one of the big trends that we've seen on Facebook and on the internet overall is that as time goes on, people get these richer and richer mediums for sharing what's important to them. So if you go back 10 or 15 years, most of what we shared on the internet was text, right? And over the last 5 or 10 years, now a lot of it is photos. And it's visual, and so photos, other kind of graphical content. Over the next period of time, we're really, I think, entering this golden age of internet video, where the primary way that we're going to both share our experience and consume other people's kind of experience and ideas online is going to be through video. So you've seen this progression from text to photos that were graphic but static to videos that are now kind of animated and richer. But I don't think videos are the end of the line, right? Because as rich as a video is in terms of telling a story, it's it's still just small screen. It's still 2D, and I think that people want an even richer medium, right? You want to be able to feel like you're there, and that's what virtual reality and augmented reality can do. They can make it so that you actually feel like you're right there in the scene. So, my wife and I are expecting a daughter sometime soon. And, one of the things that I look really forward to doing is, traditionally people, write to their, thank you, by the way. I'm very excited about that as well. People will, write to their parents, oh, our baby had her first steps, or, you take a photo, or more recently you take a video. I want my family to be able to be there, right? So to take a video or capture that experience of her taking her first steps, and then to be able to share that experience and make it so that my parents, my friends who weren't maybe able to be there in person, can feel like they're there and experiencing that and seeing her do that and take those steps. And
బులెటిన్లో షార్ట్ బ్రేక్.